This is going to be a complete Shorekeeper guide going over everything you need, but just under 5 minutes. Because let's be real, who want to read any of these? And the goal of this guide is to only give you the important information to play the characters efficiently. Subscribe, let's get started. But very quickly, I do want to remind everyone that I regularly stream Wedding Wave as well as other game on Twitch, as well as I'm currently working on a VTuber, which is this, and you'll see it sometime soon, so subscribe. The Shorekeeper is going to be the best healer in the entire Wedding Wave, basically competing against Verena, providing critical buff instead of attack buff. Otherwise, she operates very similar to Verena. Starting with her Forte circuit, whenever you attack an enemy, you generate these butterflies. Once you have max stacks, you can do a whole attack to do a final finishing attack, as well as turning all of these balls into butterflies that do damage to the enemy. You can also do a jump air attack to trigger the same thing, but this will put you in front of the enemy instead, so it's good for repositioning. In general, your combo is just going to be attack the enemy 4 times, and then do a whole attack. It's worth noting that the third attack actually have a small grouping capability on that black hole right there. The Shorekeeper skill is a pretty simple one. You just kind of class it and then it just attack the enemy on an auto tracking. It also heal your entire team, is what's worth noting. Her Resonance Liberation kind of summon this domain expansion called Stellar Realm. And when your teammate is within this realm, they will continuously restore HP as well as they get a critical buff based on Shorekeeper's energy regen level. You can evolve this buff by doing an intros on your party. So in general, you want to do your second character's intro and then third character intro to fully evolve it. It is worth noting that the Shorekeeper buff is based on her energy regen level, and in order for you to maximize her buff, you need to build 250% energy regen. When you eventually switch back to the Shorekeeper, you do a special intro attack with this quick animation doing a bunch of damage. Overall, Shorekeeper has a pretty simple playstyle. Your entire combo starts with your ultimate, casting your skills, and then you attack 4 times to build up your Forte circuit, do a charge attack to proc it, to finish up with your Echo, and then you switch to your sub DPS to do your sub DPS combo, and then finally switching to your main DPS so that they can get the full Shorekeeper buff on their entire rotation. Here's a practical example using my Ling Yang team as an example. Starting off with Shorekeeper Resonance Liberation, attack 4 times, use my skills as well as my whole attack to trigger the Forte circuit, Echo, and I switch to my sub DPS character, Sanhua. I'm going to perform the Sanhua entire combo, use my Winlet, and then switch to my Ling Yang, who's going to be our main DPS. Now, Ling Yang is going to do a lot of damage because of the Shorekeeper buff being maximized here, since he's the second character switching in, and I'm going to do my entire Ling Yang combo, finally switching back to Shorekeeper to do the special intro attack. When you first enter a tower though, because you don't have your intro available, I actually recommend doing 2 sets of basic attack sequence, which means attacking 4 times and then doing your whole attack and then finally into your ultimate. While Shorekeeper ultimate, the Stellar Realm, lasts 30 seconds, if you're kind of slow on your rotation, you might actually run out of time, and for that reason, you could opt to cast Shorekeeper ultimate at the end of your rotation instead. And that will help you ensure that you're able to get the special Shorekeeper intro attack. Personally, for a team I'm more confident in, like my Ling Yang team, I will start with Shorekeeper ultimate, just so I can rotate fast enough within that 30 seconds. And now that you know how to play her, let's talk about how to build her properly. Starting with her weapon choice, her signature weapon is obviously going to be the best option, providing everything she needs from HP to energy recharge and additional team buff, but it's not a necessity at all. For free-to-play option, I highly recommend just using the standard 4-star variation, which is currently one of the best support weapon, provide high amount of energy recharge, but also restoring your concerto energy. This is going to be the go-to weapon, unless you feels like pulling for a signature weapon, which, as a reminder, once again, is not necessary at all. For your main Echo option, using the brand new Forecast Echo Fallacy of No Return that can be obtained by the new boss is really good because it gives you energy regen, and that helps you hit the 250 energy regen breakpoint. However, using just the regular turtle is also really good, as the turtle gives you more defensive option instead. It kind of gives you more damage reduction, so the turtle is still a really good option if you're opting for survivability. You're going to be running the Rejuvenating Healing set as always, just for every other healers. However, for your main start, starting out with the 4 cost, prioritizing healing %, moving on to the 3 cost, we're going to be using double energy regen, and finally for the 1 cost, we're going to be using extreme %. For your substat, you want to prioritize energy regen to get the 250 breakpoint, and finally into HP. For your talent, in my opinion, it's not really worth putting resources into leveling up too high because her main job is just healing, so just keeping everything at level 6 is fine. But if you're really keen on it, I think you can start with your Liberation, into your intros, into your skills to increase your healing. Additionally, finally into your Forte circuit as well as your basic attack if you want to max her out. However, before anything else, make sure you pick up the 2 inherent talent, especially the second one that provide you with a 10% additional energy regen. Shorekeeper is a perfectly fine character as Sequence 0. I think most of her sequence are not really that impactful, such as Sequence 1, Sequence 3 are just basically quality of life buff, ensuring that you have a smooth rotation. The 2 sequences that are worth calling out in my opinion is Sequence 2, which give your entire team a 40% attack boost, and you can actually get Sequence 2 by being a free-to-play by buying it from the Coral shop. So this is something worth considering for everyone, especially because she is so universal. Finally, Sequence 6 turned her into like a one-shot machine, but if you're gonna S6A characters, I think just doing any character will be fine. They're all going to be one-shot machine when you do it at S6. And if you're looking for a team option for some reason, well, she just go into every single team. Nice. Okay, bye-bye.